Today I went to go pick up my 2026 Tesla Model Y Juniper and it did not go well. I've had some issues in the past taking delivery of Tesla cars so bad that they've gotten articles written about them, but this time it was a little different. Take a look.
We can Google it, basically like fix it afterwards. If you want to take it. If not, basically reject it.
Well, that was a pretty obvious one.
That's a very obvious one.
That would be covered, no cost, of course.
So I went in very excited to pick up the car and the first thing I see is this massive dent on the bumper. I thought this time would be different. I thought that I would get one Tesla delivered to me without a major issue, but no. And they just tried to deliver it to me too. We walked up to it and he was like, here's your car. And I was like, what is that? And just a big old dent. It's funny because 4 hours ago, I texted my sales advisor, hey, how's the car looking fit and finish wise? And he said, it's looking great within spec. These cars have been coming in great. So either he just straight up did not look at it or he's completely delusional, or that's within spec, because that's crazy. I started inspecting the rest of the car a little bit, but then I was like, no, this is stupid. I shouldn't take a car that has a dent in the bumper brand new. So I said, no, I'm not going to take this car. Please just look to see if there is another car with the same configuration as this. And if there is, I'll take it. But otherwise, I'm rejecting this. And so I waited. I waited for about an hour to see if they would find a VIN, and they did, but they had to offload it, clean it, hardly inspect it once again, and deliver it to me eventually. So I became well situated with this waiting room. My inner thoughts, wondering if I had made a huge mistake by not learning from my past. Found some zen, and eventually got shown the new car. I did my typical walk around and checked out all of the tolerances of the outside, made sure all the buttons and things worked on the inside, and overall this car was pretty good. The car was pretty dirty when I got it, kind of clear that they rushed to clean it all up, but I did have to put in a service ticket for a misaligned daytime running light and then also a squeaky headliner. So that was a process. Took a while, but I'm excited to go on my first actual drive in this car. I always get so nervous driving for the first time, even though I've had a few of these. Immediately, I can tell, like I saw in my initial test video, just how much smoother the car is. Just even like coming into the parking lot, the bumps, all that sort of stuff. It feels much more comfortable in here, and I'm excited to see how this does with wind noise. So I just drove the 2023 Model Y here, driving the 2026 Model Y out, and I'm excited to feel and see the differences. They did such a rush job with cleaning it, so it's still pretty dirty. Ooh, much smoother. So far driving, I mean, it's been really quiet in here, and the bumps on the road just jostle you a lot less, so pretty excited about that. Otherwise, there are a few things that I'm still getting used to, like the cameras, and it's calibrating right now, the autopilot cameras, so excited to try FSD on them. It's quite noticeably smoother, but also the car's response to the acceleration, it's less jerky. So when I push it down, it's a smoother acceleration, but it still feels fast. So it's like more comfortable, but it still feels quick. This is technically going to be slower than my previous car because I had acceleration boost on the old car, and this one does not have it, but it's also technically faster, technically quicker than the old Model Y without acceleration boost by 0.2 seconds in a 0 to 60. So the gearing feels a little bit different in the response, but it feels really, really good. And I have not touched the brake yet, but I know that the brakes are quite different. Last time I test drove this, it was a lot shorter of a travel, and it was a much like tighter brake feel. I'm excited to keep going. I do just keep looking around, and like there's still smudges and stuff on the window because they didn't wipe it. Tesla, you gotta fix your service and delivery experience. It's quite not good, and I have, I think, enough data points to make a decent conclusion on that. All right, so I'm excited to drive on this road because in my previous cars, it's been pretty rough and really loud. Someone else has said this road is like driving on sandpaper. So let's get on and see how it feels. This is like a massive improvement in terms of the feel of driving, and then also the amount of just road noise and rumbling that comes into the cabin. On other cars, on every other car that I've driven, that is super loud and fairly uncomfortable to drive on. So it turns out to be raining today, which I got to use this wiper button, and then I can press that button and then scroll up to speed, or also on auto, which I guess I'll keep it, but from what I can tell, the auto wipers are no different than the previous ones. All right, so I'm dropping my car off right now at Tesla service to have them fix the couple things that I think honestly aren't terrible, but the squeak, don't love it. It'd be really nice if they could adjust the daytime running light and the trunk fitment, but we'll see if they do that. So I'm in the loaner Model Y that they gave me, and I've literally already gotten used to the gear stock not being there, and I keep going to wait for it to auto shift or going to look at the screen. I actually really don't miss the gear stock at all. All right, so I got the car back, and service did their job. They adjusted the front daytime running light on the passenger side, and then they also adjusted the headliner so it doesn't squeak anymore, which is great. They said that the front trunk alignment was within spec, which is fine. Overall, this car is so much better than the outgoing Tesla Model Y in so many ways. You get into this car, it feels nicer, it's quieter, the drive is softer, better. There's so many little convenience things that they've just like fine-tuned, ventilated seats, adjustable, or the automatic rear seats, but the delivery experience cannot keep being consistently bad. I've gone through this experience with 4 different Teslas. I've had issues on all 4 that have required some amount of service, and there's no way they should just be telling me that my car is in great shape. I arrive there and it's got a huge dent, and then they tell me you should take it. And only after I noticed it too. Like, if I didn't notice it, would they have just given me the car and known that there was a bump and not told me? The fact that the expectation is in that scenario was on me to point it out, and they tried to press me into taking delivery of that car and then having it in the shop for a week. That's like insane policy. How can that be the policy for delivery? Like, that's just wrong. This is a fantastic car. I get into this car and I'm blown away by how nice it is. And people, even in my old car, who have been in expensive cars, would go into that white Tesla Model Y 2023 and be like, wow, this is such an amazing car. It's so nice, it's clean, the visuals are so good. The delivery and sales experience, I could just see that pushing people away. Regardless of all the other stuff going on right now, I could see that pushing people away. People who thought Tesla was like a tier above, because the sales and the purchasing system is so easy and quick that you would assume that the delivery is like really high quality, or that they're going to make things right. And in this case, they did. They happened to find a VIN that was my exact configuration, and they made things right with me. But the fact that I had to be such a strong advocate to get to that correct solution, still not great. So delivery, quality inspections, all that stuff that Tesla is historically bad at, they're still really bad at it. Build quality seems a little bit better. I mean, the materials used are so much better in this car, but there were still obviously the issues with the alignment and the headliner. I don't know if I can even say that like the company is getting better at things overall, but the car itself is a whole lot nicer. That I can say for sure. And I've got so many different plans for this car. I'm going to be wrapping it in PPF, doing it myself, which is insane, for super cheap. Like, I'm talking $700 cheap. So let me know if you want to see that, and then get a few different fun projects as well. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again real soon.